this thing. Okay, now it says the stream is live.
I can
If
hear
it
you.
won't, you can hear me though. But
I can
but the
hear you.
video is,
I
the
can hear
video
you.
is going to
I've
be.
gone live. Everything is running supremely slowly right now. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios and the Boar's Nest are bringing to you. All right, let's see if we can try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Studios and the Boar's Nest bring to you our King and Queen of the Ring PLE simulation preview show for tomorrow. I am your host, OMD. I am joined by my counterparts and partners in crime from the SmackDown Security Detail, Mr. Chris Best, and the Bulkster. And Bulkster, from here, I'm going to let you take it. So, what do we got here tonight?
So what we got here is the 2024 King and Queen of the Ring tournament simulation that's happening in Saudi Arabia tomorrow. And we are going to start off with a pre-show match that is Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus the women's tag team champions of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. This was announced today on SmackDown, and we get to see it one day early. And we are legal, yeah. Yeah, we'll start out with them too. And we are
All right, sorry about that, gentlemen. I am actually here now.
That's okay. Bulkster, you may want to turn the audio off on the game.
the audio is on the game, isn't it?
Turn it off.
Not sure if I can at this point.
Ooh, double team effort on the outside of the ring I'm seeing right now.
You should be able to mute it on your side.
Mm. I don't even hear it, so
I got the audio through my headset, but that doesn't have anything to do with my phone.
Yeah, I'm getting the full audio from the game coming through.
You should be able to go to the YouTube part of it and just mute it on your end.
Ah, son of a bitch. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. This is my computer deciding to be a pain and run extremely slowly. Let's see if this actually works again. All right. All right. Is everything going now? Can everybody hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, there
Yeah,
we
we always
go.
could.
Okay. I've been getting a lot of back echo from the YouTube and all of that through everything. So now that I've finally got everything set,
Yeah, you can
this is
mute it
my
on your
first time
side.
doing this. So
Right now, this has been an incredible match. Jade's already went for a pin on Candace, and Indy came in and stopped the pin. And now Bianca's, well,
I think it's pretty obvious who's actually going to win this match, but who do you guys got taking it?
I've got the champs retaining.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, champs are retaining. Oh, seems like it's running a lot smoother than it was at WrestleMania. I mean, it's still slow motion a little bit on the stream, but it's still watchable.
It's very pixelated on my screen.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like that for people that are watching it directly from YouTube, or if it's just because of running it through the third party that we're using.
Oh, now it's clean. So guess what, Terry? The the model you have of Jade Cargill is the same one I grabbed today.
Yeah. So yeah, that match ended in a count out, but that was a pretty cheap win by the EST and the Jade.
I do not see that happening tomorrow.
No,
I think what happened is I've been having issues now with my mic muting and unmuting and all of that, is that my picture-in-picture box had gone down to about an inch in terms of width, which was what was causing the pixelation. When I was able to get it back open, it cleared up.
I like how like at the end of that match, Bianca's like, she ran in to go attack. I think it was Indy. And then the count out happened, and she's like, all right, we'll take that win.
Yeah.
Triple threat action for the Intercontinental title.
Yes, I booked that as being the first match of the night to get people excited.
We are about to be joined by our dear friend, Mr. Chris Parrish. Bulkster, which match do we have now?
Right now, we are on the first match that I think will be booked for King of the Ring, and that is the triple threat IC title match, where we have Sami Zayn defending his title against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable.
Okay. And who do we see coming out on top in this match?
I would love to see Chad Gable win. I would like to see Bronson Reed win. But I'm
Okay. And we are joined by our friend, Mr. Chris Parrish. How we doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Welcome to the King and Queen of the Ring Simulation Show.
Thank you.
So, Bulkster, did you put a time limit on the matches for this show tonight?
there is no way to put time limits on matches.
Oh,
They don't have
okay.
that feature.
That would be a cool feature to add, though.
Yes, it would. I think out of all of them, I would like to see Bronson Reed come out on top and win the Intercontinental title. However, I do believe that Sami is going to retain.
I think that too, because I still think that you can go somewhere with Chad in a one-on-one situation.
Absolutely.
Parrish, what do you got in this one?
I think Sami gets the win on Chad Gable. I have a feeling we're going to see Otis cost Chad Gable the win. And I think you allow Bronson Reed to be the one that escapes without getting pinned here. Whereas if Gable gets pinned and it's because of an Otis thing, then you have a reason to move Gable temporarily away right now. And I don't know if that match between Sami and Gable is something you need right away. I think you've almost pushed that one into the dirt a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
So a little break would be nice. And then you can come back to it maybe after like Clash of the Castle or something like that.
Okay, I do like that that point of view as well. However, as far as this opening the PLE, I don't think this is the match that actually does it. I think it's going to be one of the probably the Queen of the Ring that opens the show.
I think you're right, Chris. I have a very strong feeling that it'll be Lyra and Naya.
Although this is not a bad way to open the show, actually, because you get a guy, you bring in Sami, a guy who's just incredibly over, who's over with the Saudi audience as well. Not a bad way to start off the show.
I mean, if you really want to get the crowd popping, why not do Jey Uso and Damian Priest?
That too.
Yeah. How was your shift today, Mr. Parrish?
It's over.
I don't think Jay and Damian Priest is on the show.
No, it's not. Neither of them have a match.
So did
Oh,
they just
yeah.
take that match away then? Because weren't they scheduled to have a match?
No, Damien was not scheduled at all for this.
No, he's not. I thought I saw his name on this list earlier, but he's not. That's actually kind of surprising that Judgment Day is not on this show.
Yeah, I thought for whatever reason they were looking at a rematch, but I guess not. That is surprising that they don't have Priest in a match.
Yes, it is.
I think then you probably open up with Randy versus Gunther.
Well, you're going to go with the King of the Ring to open it.
Yeah.
I had that one to as the second last match with the Queen of the Ring opening.
I just don't know if I have two competitors in the women's match. I don't know if that's the right spot for them in this show. Like, do you think they're gonna be the crowd, the one that the crowd is like super amped up and wants to start the show? Like, would Nia Jax's music hits and people would go crazy, or even Lyra's? Or
Well,
do you
people
have somebody like Randy Orton instead?
people did pop for Lyra earlier, but then I just thought to myself, the pre-show match is the women's tag title, so maybe not having the Queen of the Ring open the show is not really such a good idea because you'd have women's match and then another women's match, right?
I mean, you very well could have Liv versus Becky too, right? I mean, that's also another potential.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm always a big fan of making sure that one of your top crowd favorites is in that match, but it's also a match that a lot of people could argue could be at the match of the night. And I think Gunther and Randy is better suited than the triple threat match, unfortunately.
Right, because that also goes back to what you said on Monday night about how opening up with your top star could set the standard for the night, or one of your top stars could set the standard for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I believe I see Bronson's bloodied up in this match.
Yes, he is.
These three are going to be these three are going to have a show stealing match too, by the way.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Honestly, I think this one is probably going to be the match of the night. For as good as Cody and Logan is going to be, I think this Intercontinental title match is going to be the show sealer.
Well, you got Gunther and Orton as well now. That's going to be a friggin' barn burner of a match as well.
Oh, absolutely it will.
Actually, just looking over this whole card, like everything on this card just looks fantastic.
right?
And again, because there's only, including the pre-show match, there's only 6 matches on the show compared to AEW's 11 matches. This is definitely a quality over quantity situation here.
Yes, yes. And I suppose if we're looking at that, I know there were a lot of us who were big proponents of it going back to the one night tournament. But then if you go from 8 to 4 to the final, from a round of 8 to a round of 4, then you're looking at 10 matches.
I mean, let's be honest. If you have King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia, why not just make it the 2-day thing anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Is Saudi going
Right.
to be the show? The place that says, no, we don't want to make this show bigger than it can be? No.
No, they're going to be like, oh, more money.
Like, it's just more revenue, right? And it's more money in. So, like, the precedent of these 2-night PLEs, I mean, don't do it for every single one, but do it for your main ones. And if you have King and Queen of the Ring, then, which I don't see on the graphics. It just says King of the Ring. Come on now.
You can blame WWE for that because they have just the King of the Ring arena, and I think the other one's the Queen's Crown, if I'm not mistaken, Terry.
All right.
All right, Terry just became Matthew McConaughey. Everyone.
All right. All right. All right.
Sami Zayn picks up the big fat dub.
Look at that. It read its thoughts. That's it. He's
As we
keeping
all
the belt.
figure is going to happen.
Instant classic, just as it says there. 4.5 stars. I guess Meltzer's rating this match.
Can't give Sami Zayn a 5-star match, can he?
Nope.
No, he doesn't give Angle one, so I give Mini Angle one too. Best, I'm assuming you're also watching the hockey game as this is going on.
No, I actually have this on my what we're watching on my
No.
screen here. I completely forgot about the game. Is it still on?
Yeah, there's about 2 minutes left, and it's 1-1.
Okay, I am going to load up my Sportsnet and throw it, put it on my phone.
Oh, there's Queen. Wow, that's a weird looking title. Buff your girlfriend. Ugh. Quick
These are-
OMD, what movie is that from?
These are 2 calls that I had to download because they're not on the official game.
Nia didn't make the official game.
Nope. Well, if she is, she's a DLC that hasn't been released yet.
And,
Same with Lyra.
That's surprising about Nia.
and I
She's
wasn't
been
paying
there for a
attention,
while.
so I don't even know what your quote was that you asked me what movie it was from.
Oh,
He said-
when they had that white and purple little title for the Queen of the Ring, I said, "Oh, Buzz, your girlfriend." Ew.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, "OMD, quick! What movie is that from?"
I'm gonna guess if the name is Buzz, I've got to go Toy Story.
Nope.
No. I'll give you another one. Ah,
Oh, Home Alone.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably been 30 years since I've seen Home Alone.
Okay, I gotta
By
ask
the
you.
way, I
Owen,
made it.
how in the hell have you not seen Home Alone in like 30 years? It is legitimately on every day, all day during the Christmas holidays.
I
fair,
hate
I
Christmas.
I don't watch Christmas movies around Christmas either.
Yeah,
Neither
Fair,
do
no,
I. Neither
the
do
only-
I. But when I'm flicking through
The only
my guide, I see it like on 20 or 30 different channels. You know.
the only true Christmas movie I watch is Die Hard.
I watch 8 Crazy Nights. That's better.
Yeah.
It's not even
But
a Christmas movie.
Parrish, I astounded Mr. Best earlier. I stayed awake and watched a movie last night.
I have to ask which movie.
It was called Mean Dreams, starring Bill Paxton.
Continue.
It was a movie that was filmed here in the Sioux.
Yep. And the girlfriend wanted to watch it, so she lay in my lap and I sat there, and even though I don't have any hair, I have a comb, so I ran the comb through her hair for probably the duration of the movie. So I ate it through.
So who do we have winning this match?
Terry,
I
I
feel
think Nia
Nia.
takes it. Yeah, and
I've got Nia.
I think Nia does it based off her foreshadowing earlier tonight. Bailey was on her way to the ring and Nia stopped her and just like they had a bit of a stare down, you know?
Yep. I have Nia winning and then sort of getting indoctrinated into the bloodline that way.
Lyra channeling her inner Braun Strowman with that maneuver.
Right?
I don't know. There's something about me that has a feeling that Triple H knows that win for Lyra in this magnitude completely makes her like
As
that
much
upper echelon.
as much as
Like-
I would love to see Lyra win, and I am a huge Lyra Valkyria fan. Again, I do not want them to strap the rocket ship to her because of the announcement today that the winners do get their title shot at SummerSlam.
But
And I don't want the rocket ship strapped to her and, throw her into the title picture and put the belt on her this quick.
Oh, I don't. I'm not saying put the title on her, but I'm saying
No,
if
I
you
know.
give her a little
But that's-
little chase to it, and I think that there's money to be made where you can do some with her and Becky Lynch right now, and
100% there is.
and I have a feeling that Becky might not be losing that title tomorrow.
I think there
See,
could be
I don't
money.
think Becky's.
I think there could be
See, I
money
don't
in
think-
Lyra and Liv as well. So
Yeah, and I don't think Becky is losing the title. I think you're going to probably get it to a triple threat at SummerSlam, anyways, just because of the interaction between Becky, Liv, and Lyra. I do think, however, that you are going to see Liv retained by
Nia
DQ,
wins.
or Becky retained, but Liv gets DQ'd. Or sorry, Becky gets DQ'd. Something, I don't know. So that it sets up the rematch in a more hardcore type of environment.
Gunther and Orton coming up next.
Yep.
This is the match I'm looking forward to, by the way.
I honestly think if they're gonna do something where you have a winner on each brand, I can see Naira being the SmackDown winner because I do not see Randy winning tomorrow at all.
No.
No.
Even though I do think that there is money to be made with Randy versus Cody at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
There isn't, but there is another way that you can get there, you know?
Oh, there are many ways you can get there. But again, like as much as I think Triple H might have something in store for Lyra, I think he's strapping the rocket ship to Gunther, and he's doing it very methodically, but very smart too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
because at this point, it is totally believable that Gunther could very well be the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you go back to that phrase, like what would make it even more special if the King of the Ring gets that automatic title shot at SummerSlam, kind of like how it's a Summers version of the Rumble to WrestleMania, but then you actually have that person win it. So now all of a sudden the championship match at SummerSlam, which is honestly their second biggest PLE, you gotta do something big there, and it could be a big title change.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a few title changes at SummerSlam.
I'm also stunned that Nia wasn't part of the game.
I think when she came in, though, they had the rosters already finalized for the game.
She came back at the Rumble I went to, man. And then
That's
came
true.
back later this year.
Yeah,
Later that year.
That's true, too. I mean, they could have actually been like, yo, Nia, we want you to do this, and we want you to be in the game. I don't even think she's even like on the list of like DLC. She might be. I need to do some research.
I mean, I know that in the years past, because we've seen Ciampa not be in a game, we see Nikki Cross not be in a game, and a lot of it could have just been the agreement to not use their public image.
Yeah, because in the case of Ciampa, it was a contractual issue, right?
I'm not too sure. All I know is, like, I think sometimes too, like, they just can't come to an agreement on the release date. And now with DLCs becoming more of a big deal, there's a little bit more room for that. But this also could be a thing where that might have just been the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Nia Jax is in the DLC part.
Okay, that actually, because I clicked a website that was giving me like a deep story, and I didn't want a story. I just wanted to see the list, you know?
She is in the Global Superstars pack.
Okay. So she's going to be in the game at some point during the year.
Yeah. Also, if nobody listened to Chris Van Vliet with Ivar today, he basically confirmed it's not a matter of if, but a question of when we're going to see a Viking Raider reunion on screen. And the time of this interview was shortly before WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Obviously, it won't be anytime soon because now Ivar is out, but basically said it is a question of when, not if, with Eric coming back. So that's good news.
Yeah, I was going to say that to me says that Eric is well on the path to recovery.
He mentioned on there that he is waiting to be cleared. He's in the process to be cleared by doctors in WWE, and that's going to be the next process.
But do we see Eric now taking a breather after he gets cleared because Sarah Logan is now pregnant?
Maybe not. I mean, I think I think there's a lot of things to be played here.
Yeah.
But also take into account, we don't know what brand Eric's going to be on. He was never drafted.
This is true. There's a part of me that wants to see them get drafted to Raw because kind of want to see them fight AOP. So
Yes, but that's not going to happen for a while because Ivar is now up for a while.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe he takes Ivar's place in the angles that they were doing on NXT with Ivar.
Ooh, could this be it? And this is it.
Gunther has taken the King of the Ring.
As we all fully expect.
Now, the only thing I could see, what if Randy was to win due to interference from Mr. Vinci?
I kind of had that thought earlier tonight, but we were talking about the idea of Kaiser standing beside Gunther because they had Gunther sitting ringside watching the match. And I kind of thought, like, what if they had Kaiser there standing like he's a bodyguard over Gunther, and then Vinci shows up and just attacks the both of them?
Well, and then who would be the number one? And I know Vinci got drafted to SmackDown, but crazier things have happened.
Mhm.
Imagine if Vinci cost Gunther the King of the Ring. Gunther does what he can to ensure Vinci comes back to Raw. And then we see a potential tag match of Gunther and Kaiser versus Dragunov and Vinci.
I kind of like that. And then what if in that match we see Dragunov turn on Vinci and he joins Imperium?
Why does he have to join Imperium? Why can't this be the lead up to Gunther and Ilya?
Well, it could be either or.
I don't want to see Ilya in Imperium. I really don't. I think now you've just made him a side act, and that just takes away everything that we have known to love about Dragunov.
Yeah. Or what if it's all a ploy and Vinci suddenly turns on Dragunov and rejoins Imperium? That sounds like WCW booking, though.
My thing is, if WWE can re-sign like all these guys, Alexander Wolf, man, how do you not bring him back?
Such an underrated talent, wasn't he?
Yep.
Oh, they're showing highlights from the Oiler game last night.
I'm okay with that because it was a great game.
It really was.
Yes. I watched the game recap at work as my boss put it on. So
Terry, are you a big Pacers fan? I know they're in the playoffs right now and just lost their big player.
Pacers are in the playoffs.
Yeah. They're up against Boston. They're down 2-0.
Oh,
But,
wow.
but they're in the playoffs. Yeah, I think that's the East final.
Yeah.
I've never
I
been
didn't
to a
even know who
pro
was in the West
basketball
final
game.
until I saw a clip earlier that said it was like Minnesota and Denver or something.
Minnesota and Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
OMD, you're getting another. Your city's getting another team that's going to get eliminated in the first round. By the way, the WNBA has a Toronto
Yes,
franchise
and
coming.
I don't pay attention to basketball, and even if I did, I'm actually an Orlando fan.
Oh, so another team that likes getting eliminated early too.
But I've stuck with Orlando since they drafted Shaq.
Okay, yeah. Well, around then they actually had a championship team.
Yeah.
So Terry, your thoughts on what to expect in this match tomorrow?
This match, I feel we're gonna get. I think we might get a new champion. I think Liv might win the championship.
I see. I keep going back and forth on this match myself, but there's just that part of me that I know Liv is doing the heel thing, but she still feels like an underdog coming into this match, and I want to see her win.
Yep, I get exactly where you're coming from, Best. I want to see Liv win. I didn't want them to put the title on Becky. I think, as I said earlier, if you were going to do a transitional champion, you could have done it with Zoe, Shayna, anybody else to see how they handled it for a couple of months. Then put the belt on. Then put the belt on Liv now or even at SummerSlam. But I think this match is going to end in a DQ so that Becky retains, but allows them to do like a Falls Count Anywhere type of match, either at the next pay-per-view or at SummerSlam. But I also think that you're going to get the triple threat match at SummerSlam if Nia wins the Queen of the Ring. I think they're still going to find a way to get Lyra into that title match.
Mm-hmm. But really, OMD, like how often does a DQ finish happen on pay-per-view? So, you know.
Yeah.
So we're in the hockey game. Parrish and I are watching Florida and the Rangers. We got another overtime game going on. There's been a lot of overtime games in this particular playoffs this year.
I've put the game on, so I've got it on now myself. The third period, or the overtime has just started.
And this is officially the 100th game in franchise history in the playoffs for the New York Rangers.
Okay.
Really thought it would have been more.
Congratulations to them.
Long. Really thought it would have been more considering how long they've been around.
Well, they probably played the Leafs a lot and won. So.
Well, they would have in the original 6 when the Leafs were actually winning cups.
Yep. And I think only once since the original 6 did they actually play the Leafs in the first or second round.
Yeah, because for a long time Toronto was in the West Conference because that made sense. But
right.
But in regards to this match, I have a strong feeling we're gonna see some. We're probably gonna hear about Becky Lynch's contract after this match.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling she's going to retain the title until we get word that Rhea's coming back, and then she will drop it. Because I think they do want to give her the break. I think she only came back because of the Rhea injury. And I think this is just a stopgap. And I believe because of that, we're going to see some news about the new contract with Becky. I'm going to stick with Becky winning because I think there's more to when Rhea comes back, more to her screwing Liv out of something than she just challenging for the title.
I think, well, that's also why I think Liv could take it too, because I know Becky is still entitled to take that break, you know?
Ooh, the manhandle slam.
Liv is just giving her all in this match.
Yes, she is. I feel we're going to see that in real life, though, too. Oh,
That's about like 3 times though I've seen her go for that head scissor takedown.
Oh, this is interesting. The turnbuckle YouTube is faster than the OMD one.
That's kind of weird.
No, sorry. Bulkster's YouTube is faster than the OMD one.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because we're screen sharing from Bulkster's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, but the Turnbuckle Studio is on par with Bulkster's. It's weird.
Yeah.
Or at least it's all for that's how it is for me.
Jeez, this match is crazy.
Yeah, these women are pouring their heart and soul into this match.
This has been the longest match we've seen thus far this simulation.
Yeah. She's kicked out of like 3 manhandle slams.
This is where they need to one of them needs to do their super finisher.
That's what I like with the HUD being off. You don't know where they're at with finishers and stuff, and sometimes you get so surprised.
Well, keep in mind
Wow.
on this simulation, we already saw 1 count out victory tonight.
Yep, very first match.
Yeah, I kind of like how Becky walked around, stood there as if she was putting herself in position for the suicide dive.
Yeah, that was like, hey, that happens in real life.
I was standing there and I'm watching Liv run off the ropes.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
Becky, you've been standing there for like 5 seconds. Roll yourself into the ring.
This match is crazy.
I thought we were going to get a double count out there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti-O?
The next pin that you see, watch the ref. If you can see it, the
Yeah.
ref
Oh, yeah.
is smacking somebody in the face.
And that's how.
Did you not see the animation that's been on social media where it's
Yeah.
Jessica Carr and she's smacking Solo in the face in the game? It is so funny.
And that's how Becky Lynch wins, from the referee smacking.
Living there.
Liv while she's down.
She's all like, finish it up. That was an instant classic.
From the white Tamina,
All right.
she was beating up on Liv. That's what that ref reminds me of.
Yeah, and that's one of their generic refs too. I love the fact that with that the last update, I think it was, you can actually now pick which ref you want to pick. It's like if you want to if you want to ref with if you want to do a match with Charles Robinson as your ref, you can pick him.
Nice.
I love the story of like how he was chosen to do the run-in because he was the only ref willing to run down the entrance at WrestleMania.
The way he runs, man, just Ultimate Warrior straight down.
I think he might be faster than the Warrior. So just because
Yeah.
I think the Warrior has like a mental brain fart. and then gets confused on what he's doing.
Main event time.
It's a main event. Here we go. Logan Paul
Welcome.
against Cody
Welcome
Rhodes.
to the show.
Whoa. Oh, T's like, oh my God. Dare you to do it better.
Cody looking to finish it right away. Oh no, Logan with the reversal.
He's like, Gatorade.
H2O.
I wonder if this match is going to go as long as the women's match.
No, Cody will just tap now. Totally look like a kick in his prime bottle.
Where is the Prime around ringside, Terry?
Yes.
Why do we not have a card of Prime?
I wish we could. Maybe that'll be next year. They'll definitely have to
And
put
where's the
Prime bottles
logo
in
the
here.
middle of the ring?
Yeah, we need that.
I was going to ask, can you put logos in the middle of the ring? But you can. I've done it before.
Okay.
Ico Pro.
They should just do a giant slammy in the middle of the ring. That'd be awesome.
Just have a giant slammy just standing in the middle of the ring so that everybody has to wrestle around it.
Imagine if Logan Paul makes like a slammy prime trophy. That'd be terrific.
Imagine if he took that slammy prime and made it into a drink. What flavor would that be?
Cody's already bleeding like John Moxley.
I mean, to be fair, he was bleeding in AEW before John Moxley did.
Yeah. But when Cody was doing it, Cody made it make sense. John Moxley doesn't really do that.
Right? John Moxley just bleeds for the sake of bleeding.
He's like, Doug 2, watch the blade job.
When he goes to bed, he always asks Renee to blade him.
He wakes up in the morning bleeding himself.
He's
You know
already
what-
taught. He's already taught his daughter how to blade properly.
It's the first lesson his daughter got when she came out of the womb.
Her first word was blade.
She's gonna get half the preschool freaking suspended.
She's gonna get in a fight just to make it worse. She's gonna blade just to get the sympathy from the teachers.
That's my girl. Oh,
At the father-daughter dance, they're both gonna just be bleeding in the middle of the floor, and everyone's just gonna walk out in like disgust.
She's gonna end up looking like fucking Sissy Spacek at the end of Carrie.
That's graphic.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of bleeding,
now we have Logan and freaking Cody bleeding.
that's not blood. That's just fruit punch prime right there.
It's prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why, but I totally see Logan Paul winning in this game, in this simulation.
So far, the simulation has been like pretty accurate, even though like Becky, I would like to see Liv win, but like you said, Becky could hold it for a little bit longer.
She also just won the title, so it's like, do you take it off her right away, or do you just? And like, another thing is like, I just don't know if you need the title right away between Rhea and Liv.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we knew that that's what it was going to be, it's like, okay, but
People would go bonkers if Logan wins this title. I can see the swerve. But Triple H is like, money, money, money.
the only time I see Logan Paul win the title would be if he got cashed in immediately after.
Mm.
All right, man, this is a great match here. I've been having people come in and out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Glad you stopped in and see us.
So I've been doing episodes of the 2K24 My Rise, and spoiler alert, there is a point where you do feud with Logan Paul over the WWE title or the
Nice.
Undisputed Universal title.
Nice.
So what you're saying is go to Raw.
Yeah. because you start off 2K24 on SmackDown, so
Oh,
I think one thing I want to see in an upcoming game is just the feature of if you do the My Rise or whatever, and you want to do your own character, just like in the NFL where you get to choose like your college that you go to, you should be able to like have that same thing, but like sign what brand you go to.
watch the ref again. Bad Logan. Bad Logan.
It's the same ref,
Cody
dude.
Rhodes.
She really hates it.
She needs some glasses.
I almost guarantee you she was dating Logan Paul, and then he was sleeping
But
with
that's
Liv
it,
Morgan,
folks.
and then she just hates them both now.
That is the whole shebang. And we was able to finish that in 2 minutes, less than an hour.
Nice.
Thanks for joining in, and I'm going to see you.
So is this how we see I mean, I know we all see Cody Rhodes retaining tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
But is this how we see the PLE playing out? Pretty
I
much all
totally
around?
see the tag title match ending in a count out. Yeah.
Everything except the first match. I think we'll have Bianca. I don't think we're going to see Jake go, well, that's a win's a win.
I mean,
Literally.
part
of me wouldn't be shocked to see Candice LeRae just be like, haha, I give up on her and walk away.
But is the simulation saying that Becky and Liv are going to be match of the night?
Well, they were tied, weren't they? Wasn't there 2 instant classics?
Sammy and the Intercontinental title, and
Yeah, that one. But those 2 matches might be matches of the night. I could think. I don't know if Liv will be able to kick out of 3.
Manhattan slams.
Yeah, but she might kick out of 1.
I didn't see one disarmer attempt either in that match.
Yeah, there was one on there.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah,
There's
yes,
one or
but
two,
I'm just saying,
at least
I'm just
one or
saying
two.
I didn't see one.
One was a finisher that she tried, and it was she was too close to the rope, so it was instant rope break.
Why are we seeing an ad for Best Buy right now?
I
OMD,
do
this
not
is
know.
you.
no, that's not me. I've got the
This
same
is the
app.
time to get off your phone, OMD. All of a sudden, we're gonna see like that.
We're sponsored by.
Oh my god, you're on turf. This is how you.
Yeah, because I stopped my live, so my live is on. But that was a fun show.
Let's
I had
just
I had up to 6
that.
people viewing. I don't know if that was all. You got
I'm just doing that so we don't get a copyright strike.
all
Yeah.
2 of them. All 2 of you. Not sure if
All right.
Mm.
Well, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, with the exception of Mr. Parrish, we all handed out our socials earlier this evening after the SmackDown security detail. Parrish, I'll leave it in your hands. Do you want to give out your socials or do you want to
No, they're mine. You can't have them. But
all right.
if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter or the X at Chris Parrish, Instagram at Threads Chris Parrish, TikTok at Chris Parrish. Follow me on my Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, where I stream the Chris Parrish podcast this Sunday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, the 25th issue, our episode where I fix the WWE draft. The YouTube is at Chris Parrish, the Twitch is at the Chris Parrish, and the Facebook is at the Chris Parrish.
There we go.
Don't need a ticker.
No, I could not find the ticker.
That's what she said.
Not last night. You didn't.
Well, I mean, she took what she got.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, the SmackDown security detail, the King and Queen simulation, from all of us here at the Boar's Nest, Turnbuckle Studios, and wherever else, to those of you out there, wherever you are, have a good night. We're out.
maybe.